Hello everyone, in this video we will take a look how to create a float trace video fragments from already calculated data in SMS software. So first of all we will work on two files, so we will have the work with 2DM file and H file. So 2DM file is the mesh file, so it contains three-dimensional points that basically forms the construction, the three-dimensional construction of the channel, of the figure, of the river basement, and so on and so on. And H file contains simulation data, so basically it's the file that contains parameter values with its flow within the model. So let's work on the SMS software. So right now we are going to open a mesh file. Okay, so here we have the mesh. That's a three-dimensional figure, but right now we take a look on it from the top, so that's why we see it in two-dimensional way. Basically here we have the river with one out channel and two in channels. Okay, fine, and let's load even a simulation file. Okay, so basically here we have couple of parameters. So orally we have three parameters here, like velocity, magnitude, water depth, water surface elevation. Okay, and here we have calculated time moments. So it starts from 0 seconds to day nights. Yeah, so as far as we say, the time step here is half an hour, and since 1 means one full day night, so 2 means 2 full day nights, which are simulated. So it's not the real time which was spent for simulation, it's just the simulated time, the time which is prognosed through this model. Okay, so how to take a look on some values, on some value changes. So to get to the value changes, we have to go to the display options, and we have to work with the contour information. So since we are working with mesh data, we have to work with the mesh sector in this window. Okay, so in the mesh we just are about to not show elements, because elements are those triangles we see on the screen. So if we are disabling them, we don't have them anymore. The same happens for points, so let's take out points from the simulation. So we're ignoring dots. So dots are called here as nodes. Okay, so we don't have those dots anymore, but we have the perimeter of the channel, which is actually great. So next we have to somehow show values. Values will be shown in colored way, so it will be shown as the different colors, as variety of colors. So a variety of such colors are named here in SMS software as contours. So we're activating contours. Next we are going to contour options, and we say that contours will be filled, so we will work with filled colors. So we will fill this area we're working with colors, and we say literally that we will have 20 color levels. Okay, so in the end we have it in such way. For example, here we have water surface elevation. We have values in meters, so here we have colored scale from the minimal elevation till the maximal one, and going through those time moments we can see colored differences in this model. So basically it will show us how the water flow was changed in aspect of water surface elevation. So definitely we can just go through this information and we can see how values have been changed through this simulation. The same happens for water depth. So water depth here is shown Definitely it's not quite changed. Okay, the land dry off happens. It's fine. It can be so, as we see. Because the stream of the water could be stronger, weaker. It depends on input data. It depends on numerical flow which can be set up at this point or at this point of the model. The same for the velocity magnitude, as you see. It happens in the same way. So once again there are changes happening. And by taking into account all those three values which are changeable in time, we can find out that here is some turbulence happening at this point. And how we can find out that there is a turbulence? Well, we have to take a look on the values trace. So how the flow goes through this model, and the ways we can trace it. Okay, so so to find out the tracing, we have to create a short film. So to create a short film, all along film, it's up to situation. We can click on date, and then we can click on the film loop. Okay, in the film loop we can specify the output file, the file in which we will save the information. For example, it will be SMS to AVI. Let's take a look if we have one. Okay, we don't have this file name in our file list, so we can use it. Okay, so that's great. So we'll use exactly data which are shown on the screen, and what will happen during the filming? During the filming, SMS software will automatically go through all these time steps, and each time step will be fixed in the film as the frame or a couple of frames depending on our setup. Okay, so here we have automatically selected setup of the movie. So we'll have overlay 97 frames. So overlay we will have all these frames listed in time steps. So it's up to us to change it or not to change it. For example, I will just leave these options as they're defined here. Then we can click next, and then we have to set up the quality of the video. Okay, I will set up the 100% quality, and we can run it. So as you see, our SMS software automatically goes through the simulated data and creates a video. So just in a few minutes or seconds we'll have it. Okay, so right now you see the created video streaming on the screen. So actually it's already created video. So we can stop it, we can even close it if we like, and we can find out the simulated file here in the folder. Okay, so it's SMS to AVI. So let's take a look if it's so. Yeah, so that's exactly that file we simulated. Okay, so as you can see, it happens in 9 seconds only. Okay, but that's about the values. But what's about the flow trace? Okay, so to create the flow trace video, once again we have to go to film loop, and we have to select that we are about to create the flow trace information. Okay, once again we have overall information about the video. Then we have information about flow trace particles. Okay, in this case we have particles per objects, decay rate, average particle speed, flow trace, land limit, velocity difference limit, and definitely we can change them to create one or another way or modification of the video or simulation. Okay, once again we're about to create a highest quality video, and we are clicking finish. So in this case, once again SMS goes through all those time steps and creates the flow trace information. Okay, it will take some quite short time to create this video. And in the end we have the flow trace. So we see how particles of the water are moving through the model. Okay, once again we have this video shown in separated window. Okay, let's stop it and let's close this window. And once again, we'll be able to find this file in our file list, so sms3.avi. Okay, and if we would run it, we would see this flow trace. Once again, it will take the same approximately 9 seconds. Okay, so that's the way how we can create the flow trace and a short video from simulated data with the mesh information. Thanks for watching, subscribe to the channel and leave your comments just to figure out what you would like to see from other simulations.